And right now, Kansas City fire crews are looking for one of their own after a boating accident on Longview Lake.
Now, they've been searching all night. Lindsay Shively's live there with the very latest for us. Lindsay, good morning.
Good morning, Krista and Curtis. Tragic situation out here. You know, they say this was an off-duty firefighter. He was in his 50s, and this boating accident happened right here in Longview Lake when he was out with other firefighters and their families, too. Now, officials tell us just after 6 o'clock, he was on a jet ski, he was on the lake, and he crashed into a boat, and that's when all of this happened. And the driver of that other boat has been helping these rescue crews ever since try to locate this man. They have crews out here from Kansas City, from Jackson County, from Lee Summit. The Missouri State Water Patrol is here as well. They've all been here with sonar equipment trying to find this victim. They did tell us, they confirmed that he was wearing a life jacket when this happened. They have since found a life jacket that could very likely be the one that the victim was wearing. The possible impact of the crash just so much that the life jacket came off. And a very long search so far. We have Lieutenant Bledsoe from Missouri State Water Patrol with us now. Obviously, the lake and the dark, very difficult situation. What do you guys do from here?
Well, at this time, we've had boats out on the water working throughout the night using their scanning sonars. Now, the scanning sonars that we're using right now work best in probably 10 to 15 feet of water, but they have been unsuccessful at this time. So what we're planning on doing is bringing in the Water Patrol divers, and they're bringing in a side scan sonar unit, which is a more sophisticated sonar unit, one that will get closer to the bottom and send out the signal so that we can check and get a little more definition and hopefully be more successful with that unit.
You were talking about you had divers in the water last night. These sonar units kind of find shapes, and then you point the divers that way. What's it like for these divers underwater in a lake like this?
In this type of lake, this time of year, the visibility is very, very poor. So when they go down to check, say we find something on the sonar unit that we want checked out, we can't determine exactly what it is, and it could possibly be what we're looking for. They will go down, and usually we'll have to search and feel around for whatever it is that we have found, and then come up and tell us what it is exactly that we found with the sonar units.
Because even in daylight, they're not necessarily looking, right?
No, they're not necessarily looking because of the visibility, but they're feeling around at the objects that we're pointing out to them.
This is a 4,000-acre lake, you said, and about 30 feet deep in places. Can they see the hand in front of their face?
They can see probably up to about a foot in front of them or so. Obviously, we can't put the divers in the water at night because they wouldn't be able to see anything at all. So we do not have the divers on scene at the moment. They were here till very early this morning, and we decided that we were going to wait till daylight then and bring in Water Patrol divers to work with the side scan unit and see if we could be more successful.
Definitely daybreak going to make a big difference. Obviously, these situations are always horrible, but what is it like as an emergency worker yourself seeing a crew that knew this man trying to find him too?
Well, obviously, being a firefighter, and there's plenty of firefighting personnel, they have made the decision that they are not leaving the lake until they recover their officer. And so everybody is very anxious and would very much like to bring this to an end as quickly as possible and do everything we can to bring back this firefighter to his family.
Thank you very much for joining us. A long, possibly day ahead of them, but like you heard him say, they're going to be staying here until they get this resolved. They are not releasing his name just yet because they have a few more family members they want to make sure find out about this as sensitively as possible. We're live at Longview Lake. Lindsay Shively, NBC Action News Today.